built an empire on a comment section match, selling silenced apparel while the royalty checks hatch. Every single drop's a needle, you just profit off the tension. You call it truth, but it's bitterness on a loop. Same program, fear, same tantrum in the booth. Now you ain't underground, you're just a loudmouth parasite. You weaponize your insecurity and call it a brand, wrenching dollars out of dread like water from a stone. Every rolload is a funeral for a right you never lost, calculating outrate to offset the production cost. That martyr jacket's got the factory tag attached, a pre-packaged rebellion where the soul's been attached. You don't check the balance, you just pander to the base, serving cold convenience with a red state face. Independent, yeah, you're free to be a bore, but lack of a label will make your art worth more. When the vitriol evaporates, the rhythm is a void, just a scavenger of four things the culture might avoid. Every track's a witch trial for a phantom in the booth, ghost boxing for a paycheck while you mangle the truth. That's not courage, that's a curate, it's a terror. Tanner going Tanner for the picnic and replace them. Genuine vision with a picket bubble schism. You sound like a summon for a manufactured crisis, tailored for a crowd that thinks the loudest is the wisest. A woman echo chamber for the terminally hurt, turning political friction to a premium t-shirt. You built an empire on a comment section match, selling silenced apparel while the royalty checks hatch. Every single drop's a needle, you just profit off the tension. You call it truth, but it's bitterness on a loop. Same program, fear, same tantrum in the booth. Now you ain't underground, you're just a loudmouth parasite. You made petulance instrument, victimhood your snare. Now every track's a middle-aged tantrum in the air. That voice for the voiceless, act as wearing thin as glass when the voiceless. You frame every critique like it's a gag order from the state, as if mediocre talent wasn't the reason pawn the vine. And conspiracy is easier than writing a decent line. Your catalog is a panic room where the volume stays high, feeding junk food to a fever state that's ready to cry. Headline skimming versus deadline rage, a YouTube comment section trapped inside a cage. You don't craft image, you just finger paint a spite, then claim you're being silenced for being too right. But volume ain't a virtue in a rant and a flow, and barking at the moon don't make the sun start to show. Strip away the theater, tell me what's left in the tank, a hollow point ego with a view of the bank. You turn me versus the world to a high yield bomb, but you can't survive a day where the conflict is gone. Keep pounding on the table like the sky's falling down, but a king needs a kingdom, just the frown of a clown. Strip the culture war armor, you're just reading from a script. Without the fake friction, your whole identity is stripped.